Nursing fundamentals. This is a necessity for every nursing school. But have you completed your fundamentals in finding the right nursing school that suits you? So let's go ahead and get started in finding you the right nursing school. Welcome back, everyone. It's your favorite nurse, Peju. And this episode today, it's a nurse to nurse edition. And we're going to be exploring the fundamentals to finding the right nursing school. So let's go ahead and get started. And we have to get started by talking about our code of the day. So the code of the day today is: when obstacles arise, you change the direction to reach your goal. You do not change your decision to reach your goal. And that's by Zig Ziglar. Yes. But before we get right into the topic, please go ahead and like that like button and subscribe and share with a friend so we can continue to grow this channel. Remember, we're all work in progress, working together to progress together. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our topic. So I've heard quite a number of horror stories from friends of friends about going to nursing school, finding the right nursing school. I've heard of some people that have had to take they went to a nursing school, completed all the prerequisites, and then they went to sit down for the board, and they were not allowed to take the exam because their schools were not recognized. So, to quickly simplify this, one very big and very good and wonderful resource that can give us quality, accurate information is the Board of Nursing. And every state in the United States has a Board of Nursing. So if you're aspiring to be a nurse, yes, you're not yet a nurse and you haven't gone into the school. However, they have a very detailed information on all their websites on steps that you can take to become a nurse. So today we're going to go into the Board of Nursing of California and just play around on your website so that you can see the resources that you have available to you, so you're able to make a more informed decision. And everything we talk about on this channel is how we can enhance all our pillars. So in this situation, we're talking about physical pillar. So physical pillar, I have less stress because I know I have done my due diligence and I'm not worried about what school or which school that I'm going about not being properly accredited. The other part is the emotional part. And then you're in control because you can choose and you have options, right? And then there's the emotional part. You have peace. Peace is very important. We cannot put a price tag on peace. And then for the spiritual part, you're faithful. Remember, he said faithfulness without works is dead. So we also have to do our own due diligence, make sure we do our complete research whenever we're looking for a nursing school. So let's go back to the Board of Nursing. So the first step, you go on the opening page, which we're gonna take a look at. After going on the opening page, click on customers. So this is what the California Board of Registered Nursing website does look like. And I am going to put a link below so you can go ahead and click on it and do your own due diligence if necessary. However, I'm just using California as an example today. There are many other states that you want to look into. It's best that you go to the Board of Nursing on the state where you actually want to be an RN. So there you go. So there on the Board of Nursing of California, you click on the customer link, and over there it goes, you can go on the careers in nursing. And when you do go on the careers in nursing, there is another link that says steps to become a registered nurse. So go ahead and click on that. And it actually gives you very well detailed steps on how you can become a nurse. Your first step, the preps on what type of college, and then you continue to scroll down. It says choose the type of school that you want. So when it comes to nursing, there are several ways to go about it. Do not feel like you have to go a certain way. You have to remain flexible to life and be sure to accommodate what suits your lifestyle. That's it. So determining what suits you best. You can go to a community college. Usually community colleges are usually the preferred way, especially when you're an immigrant, or you just need some, financial support. They're usually much cheaper. And then not only are they much cheaper, they are easily accessible. And one other resource that these community colleges usually have that people do not usually know and take advantage of is their counselors. They have counselors, and you do not even have to be enrolled in the school to speak to them or ask them for advice. So if you're in a community and you have a community college, just go ahead and speak to their guidance counselor, and you'll be surprised how they'll be willing to work with you. Remember, they are community colleges, so not only are they cheaper, they're much more easily accessible, and they're much more affordable, and and they are usually very more accommodating. So those are the benefits of going to a community college, going to a community college. Now, you can always start in a community college, then transfer your credit to a 4-year university. That's also another opportunity. And a lot of people that immigrate here have a difficult time having their degrees or their units being accepted. A good way to start would be, again, to go with the community college. But if you do not have that issue, you can by all means go to a 4-year college. That way, when you go to a 4-year college, you usually would get your BSN. So, but the community colleges is usually a 2-year to 3-year program. If you're going that route, you can go ahead and get an associate's degree. And in the state of California, it can be very, very challenging to get to a nursing school. There's also another alternative that people might want to consider, and that is becoming a LVN, a licensed vocational nurse. Now, going to a licensed vocational school, not only does it get you to be an LVN, there's a faster track for some of these LVNs, which is usually an 18 or 24 months program that you can use to become an RN. But as an LVN, you're still working, you're still able to work, and you're still comfortable. But what I'm trying to really emphasize on is that usually there's more than one way to achieve your goal. Remember our code for the day? Our code is we find a different direction, but we never ever change our decision to reach our goal. And with everything going on, more schools are more accommodating to having more online. In nursing school, I know a lot of them have been working on the hybrid program. It's almost impossible to go to a nursing program and not have clinicals. If there were no clinicals, I would be very, very concerned about that nursing school. So keep that in mind. And then, so moving on, I hope you find all of this information very useful. But there's one very important thing that I also want you to note is that on that same website, on that same link, they have links of all the nursing schools that are accredited in the state of California. And if you click on it, guess what? I don't know if you see this information that they first read, and it talks about a school that is about to be closed or a school that is being closed. Now, when I continue to scroll down, you will notice that some schools are highlighted in yellow, which means, they're in a situation where they are likely going to be closed down too. And then there's the warning. So if you're doing your due diligence, let's say, for instance, this is a school that you're considering and you want to go to. If you see it in yellow, that is good information to know that, okay, maybe this is not the school to go to, and you save yourself the trouble, because some of these schools, they're not very upfront or honest with you, because it's a business. They want people to enroll, and they'll tell you they are walking it through, and voila, you're done after you spend even just 6 months. That's 6 months of your time. You might not even be able to get credit for whatever course you've completed. So keep that in mind. And then One other step that I do want and encourage everybody to look at is their NCLEX. So NCLEX is the licensing board for nurses, and you want to check the passing rates of the school. If you go to a school and their passing rate is lower than the average, that should be a signal. Maybe there's something that you're missing. I saw a school that their passing rate was like maybe in the 60s, 70s, but over the past 2 years now, they've increased significantly to the 90s. So that tells me they're aware and they're thinking of ways to improve their program. So enough about that. So remember, on this channel, our goal is to find different ways that we can enhance the quality of our lives. So this is just information that you can use as a guidance to guide yourself when you're making choices. Again, there are also a lot of nursing associations that can be utilized. A lot of these nursing associations, sometimes you don't even have to already be in a nursing school to be a member, but being a member gives you more information and you get a lot of deals sometimes when it comes to tuition in school, and even give you more access to scholarships. Again, you never want to leave money on the table. But that being said, remember, it's your favorite nurse, Nurse Peju. I hope you find all of this information useful and you're able to make a better decision when you're making your next choice for your nursing school. Until next time, stay smiling, and I'll see you in the next episode.